Hi guys, Bran here, and usually this is the day right after the mid-chapter. I never release content for the mid-chapter the day of a mid-chapter because I like to sit with it for 24 hours and I like to kind of see, not have my knee-jerk reactions, kind of like try to actually absorb the things that happen in the mid-chapter and think on it for a night and then put out a video about it that's a little bit more informed and not as just reactionary because, Lord knows you've watched so many DBD content creators that have just said some of the most off-the-wall things just because they're very emotional in the moment and they're not thinking and they just kind of pipe off about something and then they look kind of dumb in retrospect. So I don't do that. Usually I sit and I wait on it for a little bit. But this mid-chapter is, mid-chapter's a little different because it's kind of just, it's just a big old nothing burger, isn't it? Basically the mid-chapter is nothing. Nothing really changed besides, I feel like the biggest thing that changed is just the removal of macro clicking for flashlight. And then that's it. That's literally it. That's the only thing that came through this mid chapter. There's a lot of bug fixes and stuff, but that comes with every patch. There's nothing really there's no big changes. There's no perk changes. There's no base game changes. There's not even the event. The event didn't even come through with this mid chapter. The event doesn't start for another day by the time I post this. Yeah, and then the tome doesn't even come out till today, which is when they actually roll all that stuff out. And even though, but that's the funny thing is that's all listed in the mid-chapter patch notes. That's all in there. They're hey, by the way, there's actually content coming tomorrow and the day after, because this doesn't have any content. The mid-chapter, the mid-chapter's just nothing. It's quite literally nothing. And I've in the years that I've played this game, I haven't been through a mid-chapter where quite literally nothing has happened. And it's just kind of strange and it's just kind of weird, and it makes me wonder, could they have handled this slightly better? Because I know, the reason, if you're out of the loop for some reason, why there's no content in this this mid-chapter change is because they spent the PTB, which is usually spent to test mid-chapter changes. They spent this PTB testing an experimental new change to the base kit game, which would be the unbreakable base kit change and also the base kit Mori change. They tested this and they had no plans to implement it for this mid-chapter at all. So it was kind of a for funsies kind of experiment to see how that would work, how people would enjoy it, how functional would it be. And they really don't plan to put that out until sometime next year. So the PTB was spent testing things that aren't going to be coming. Period. So, and now I think it's okay. I want to put that out there for it's it's okay for them to use the PTB to test things. It's literally called a player test beta. That's what it's for. So there's a lot of people that kind of have this idea set that it's well, behavior should never test anything experimental ever, especially not in the PTB, because if it doesn't directly correlate to something I'm getting soon, then that should not be a thing. And I don't think I agree with that. I think that the PTB is the perfect place to test those things. I just kind of wish, I don't know how difficult this would be for them, but I wish there was more than one PTB. Not at the same time, of course, but I wish there was more. I wish they had actually had mid-chapter changes, actual mid-chapter changes, some adjustments to some perks or some adjustments to a killer or something, just something to look forward to. And then maybe we could have the PTB for the fun test of just the stuff that's not coming at all, the week before. And then, the next week we actually have okay, well, this is the normal stuff. These are the perk adjustments. These are the character adjustments that are coming through, or an add-on pass for someone or something to that extent. That way we actually had something to look forward to, because this just dropped and there's just kind of nothing to it, and we're gonna forget this. We're gonna forget this by tomorrow, because we're gonna be in the DBD Halloween event, and we're gonna be having fun, and we're gonna forget about this. It's not that huge of a deal. But if this had happened not right next to a big event in the game, I feel everybody would have been mad. Imagine this happened like mid-March or something like that. It's not right next to an event. I guarantee nobody would be cool with that. Nobody would be happy. Everybody would be what is this big old nothing burger? What is happening here? So yeah, they kind of got lucky there by positioning it right next to a positioning it right next to a holiday event. That way they don't have to like give nothing to the community. So yeah, what do you think? Why do you think that they kind of just did nothing this PTB? Do you think that they just kind of are this PTB did nothing this mid chapter? Do you think they just like really were just all hands on deck, all focused on the potential changes to Unbreakable and Mori's? Or do you think they just kind of like, you know, took a break? Why do you think this mid chapter is just a big old nothing burger? Let me know down in the comments below. But that's gonna be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching. On that, I will see you tomorrow, and if I do not, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.